Oh, hey, welcome to the 8th episode of the Niagara Grit podcast. I'm Robert Robertowski, I'm your host. Can anyone tell me what this is? Anybody? Well, obviously you can't tell me because I ain't on live right now. I ain't very well centered on this neither, but I'm just going to go with the flow. I don't care if I'm centered or not. All right? So, yeah, the papers nowadays, like the Gazette, $3.25 for this Saturday, Sunday edition. They don't even make a Saturday on separate days. They do it on Saturday, the whole week, $3.25. Ridiculous, right? And then you go on the goddamn, if you want to go on the page, their little webpage thingy, or their Facebook, they want you to pay more money to read one damn article. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I might buy one every Sunday now, just to start to show off, because I'm doing Sundays now. It's about 7:30 in the morning. It's February 15th, day after Valentine's Day. Hope all you ladies got what you wanted. Hope your men treated you good. I know I treated myself good. Bought myself some jujus and some chocolates. But yeah, anyways, with that said, yeah, let's get into, I'm just going to go over the Gazette a little bit here. And, like, there's really nothing in here anymore. Like, I wanted to do more research on it for you guys, tell us more stuff about it, but there's nothing in here. You got a couple on here, last long, God bless them. You know, they're been married 70-something years, they're saying. And you got Levi in here that's saying he's trying to make a comeback. Who knows if he'll ever make it back to the NHL. But yeah, you got your obituaries, your weather, your classifieds, your recipes, and your sports page. That's it. The sports page really doesn't tell you shit like it used to. Like, you used to go on there, you have your high school blotter, you have the whole goddamn page to read it up. Now you gotta look everything up now. It sucks, man. It really does. But that's where what we're dealing with. I don't like the angle we're at today. I might change it next segment. I'll definitely change it next segment, but we're going to go through this one. It's going to be a long 25-minute segment here, I think, because got a lot to go over. Not a real lot, but enough. A lot of stuff going on this week. But before that, hit that damn like and subscribe button. I always forget. I'm supposed to say that thing first thing, and I did not say it this time. Where's my gritty glasses? Gary Rogers says I look better with the gritty glasses on. I don't know, Gary. What do you think? Better? Anyways, you got NASCAR starting today, the Daytona 500. That's going to be interesting. We'll go over my pick for that, and we're going to talk. We got the high school athlete of the week, a little interesting one there this week. Then we're going to start off right now. Right now, we're going to start off with some big news out of local media stuff. So there's when I first started this, there's a guy on here that I mentioned. His name is Brad Ryder. Brad Ryder. So it was Ryder Radio, and I mentioned his podcast and everything. The guy's come a long way. I'm so happy for this guy. He's got a gig now with GR for the next 2 weeks. Hopefully he becomes full time. I just want to give him a call out on that. And the guy's a great. He's radio. You want to say radio, you look his name up, he's there. He should be in the dictionary. But yeah, that's Brad Ryder. Congratulations, Brad. We're going to root for you. He also has a thing going on, a trivia night at the Caz in Buffalo. I'll put the address up there. It's $12. You go there, it's like bar trivia on steroids. That's what I call it. It's not regular bar trivia. It's like bar trivia on steroids. They do a good time. Good thing there. Him and Tim Graham. That's who's going to be on the show with him, Tim Graham. And that's going to be on WGR 550 starting Monday, 1 p.m. to 3. So tune in. The only bad thing about that is we don't have Brad Ryder Radio no more from 10 to 12. I got to figure out what I'm going to do now. Man, that was 2 hours of my workday. But yeah, congratulations, Brad. Keep on moving up. You deserve it. Now I'm going to go read you about the only thing available to read in the Gazette, the police blotters. There's only four stories in the police blotter. I'm going to read them all to you, okay? The first one here you go. Arrest. A Falls man was arrested after an incident outside a convenience store at 15th Street in Pine. I think that happens a lot at that store, by the way. That's a 7-Eleven, and There's always problems there. I hear it on police scanner all the time. This happened at 11:11 p.m. on February 4th. He was charged with disorderly conduct and accused of creating a disturbance inside and outside the store. Not just inside, he did both. And pushing a clerk into a merchandise rack. The clerk reportedly was uninjured. That's number one in the police blotter. So that guy, I don't know, was he trying to get some $1.25 pizza slices and they were all out? Who knows? Something pushed him over the edge. Probably wouldn't make a pizza for him at 1 a.m. And nobody knows. That's probably what it was. I mean, this is Niagara Falls, people. Great old Niagara Falls. So let's go to number 2. There's only 3 in here. I said there were 4. There's only 3. For a whole weekend. 3 things at a police blotter. Come on. Because that's awful. Arrest. Another arrest. A Falls man was arrested after he reportedly threw chairs and bar stools at patrons and a bartender at a bar in the 500 block of Cayuga Road. Not sure what bar that is. People could put it in chat if you want, in the comments. Let us know. But anyways, at a bar in the 500 block of Cayuga Road at 11:44 p.m. February 4th. He was charged with third-degree menacing. What do you think that's over? I'll have one more beer. Sir, we gotta cut you off. You ain't cut me off. There goes the bar stools. There goes the beer bottles. There goes everything. Niagara Falls. That's Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls at its finest. We got one more to read for you. Gotta take off the gritty glasses. It's only for a second there, Gary. Arrest. Another arrest. Go figure. I like this one. This one's funny. Okay? A Falls man was arrested after a shoplifting incident at a store in the 1500 block of Military Road at 6:05 p.m. on February 5th. He was charged with apparent lunacy and accused of taking more than $119 worth of merchandise. People, have you stepped in to the Walmart in Niagara Falls? Trying not to do my worst Ross Benefit impersonation here, but everything's locked up. Everything. Shampoo, toilet paper, candles, you name it. Because of people like this. Get a job, spend some money, stop stealing. I don't even go there no more. I mean, it's just horrible. Amazon's taking over anyways. Now if you go on Amazon, you might get it the day you order it. I just ordered a thing to copy off my phone, take my files off my phone, so I'm using so much data here with doing filming and shit. That I bought I don't know what they call it. They stick in your phone and you put your stuff on there. Scan discs or whatever you call it. But anyways, it's get delivered today. I ordered it at 7 o'clock this morning. It's to get delivered today by 2 o'clock. And you people don't like the Amazon building over there in town of Niagara. Come on, you ain't got to go anywhere no more. But yeah, so that's that. So now we've been through the shitty-ass Niagara Gazette paper, right? We've been through like and subscribe. Brad Ryder, member of the Cavs. Again, we mentioned the Cavs. I'll show a picture of it up there if anyone's interested in going. And there's one other thing on here for this first segment, which is going to be, I said it's going to be a long show. I don't think it's going to be that long. I'm going through it pretty quickly, eh? So it's not going to be that long. So we went through Brain Vault. The Cavs. It's actually located on 2221 Seneca Street in Buffalo for anyone that wants to go. So, for the last part of this segment here, I'm going to go with the High School Athlete of the Week, which is going to be sponsored this week by our sponsor, Total Fence. For all your fencing needs, call Total Fence. He's got vinyl, he's got chain link, he's got wood, he's got whatever you want. He'll figure it out. Give him a call, get an estimate. They do great work. Been around for a while. Been in the fencing business for over 25 years. Does a great job. But anyways, he's going to sponsor our Niagara Grit High School Athlete of the Week. Okay? Let's see who we got up here. I already got it all pulled up. So we ain't searching for nothing. Without further ado, after a lot of thought and looking around the internet trying to find high school sports, because you can't depend on the Gazette no more. Obviously. Ain't got nothing in there. I looked up, I was going across Facebook the other day and come across Niagara Falls High School's website, and yeah. So the high school athlete of the week is the entire, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 ladies, young ladies here from Niagara Falls, our hometown, Niagara Falls High School, Niagara Falls Wolverines. For the first time since 2014, the Niagara Falls High School girls varsity basketball team playing out in the Niagara Frontier League are NFL co-champions. How about that for those young ladies? Great job. Keep up the good work. We're proud of you. I don't know any one of you, but I'm proud of you. You're from my hometown. Okay? So there, Grit gives you a thumbs up. With that said, the group set a goal from day one, and here's their slogan. Hashtag not done yet. Kind of sounds like a Bill slogan from a couple of years ago. But yeah, not done yet. I like it. So let's go out and root these girls on. If you want to know where to go watch them for the sectionals, they're going to be at their next stop is at Buff State. It's out there in Buffalo. Look it up. I'm going to give you the address. Look it up. Take a second. Buy some tickets. They're going to take their 14-3 overall record, 11-3 in the NFL, co-champions, and they're going to take it out there to Buff State, which is a neutral site game, but pack their side of the stadium. Let them hear you loud and clear. This is Niagara Falls, and this is the Niagara Grit. We got to bring it, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. How about that for Niagara Falls Wolverines girls basketball? Come pack the stands and support these ladies. And there you have it. There you have it, man. Niagara Falls Wolverines. Ladies basketball varsity is your Niagara Grit High School Athletes of the Week. And with that said, that's going to be the end of this segment. I'm going to take a little break, do a little bit of research on this Bandits game last night. We're going to come back and talk Bandits victory. Yes, people, ladies and gentlemen, Niagara Grit. I'm your host, Rob Arbertowski. Arbo. We'll be right back with some Bandits talk. What's he got? Nothing. Welcome back for the segment number 2 of the Niagara Grit podcast, sponsored by Total Fence. We're talking Bandits, huh? Big win last night. So, watching the game, I came in and I like to take that speaker. I came in and I took the game out and we're up 7-3. Score goal, it's 8-3. I'm like, man, we're cruising. Thought we were going to blow them out, but we had to fight for this one. But hey, that was a hard-fought win. Got the nice hat on here. Yeah, a win's a win, right, for the Bandits. So with that win, we moved up the standings a little bit. We're going to talk about it. A lot of secondary scoring. We got the game recap on right here. We're going to take off the gritty glasses. I had to have them on for the start of this. So it was a gritty win, man. I'm telling you. Right down to the end there, pins and needles all game because one loss and it could be it. It could be it for the season. So Dwayne Smith, huge game out of. He's a big dog out there last night. He scored the game-winning goal, short-handed, with what did they say? 2 minutes left. Why is GR up on here? Hold on. I hit that wrong button again like I always hit. He scored the game-winning goal with 2 minutes and 24 seconds left, and it was short-handed. Short-handed. All right? So that's big for Dwayne Smith. He also led all scorers last night with, what did they say, 6 points? Bandits.com. I had all this stuff pulled up and I hit the wrong button. I got to get the goddamn computer. Sorry, Marky. I got to get on it. Not having this desktop is my fault, by the way. Nobody else's but Robbie's. I'm a little slow at things. I'm slow at everything. That's the guys at work. Anyways, here's your game recap. We won 11-10. The Bandits won 11-10. You had Dwayne Smith with the game-winning goal with 2 minutes and 14 seconds, 24 seconds, 24 seconds. 2 minutes and 24 seconds, shorthanded, by the way, to end it. I mean, to end the game. We definitely had to win. A little bit, a little fuzzy there. We had to pull it out the last 2 minutes, and it was back and forth. It was scary out there right now. I mean, but the big thing is we had secondary scoring. We had 7 different players with points. So, read a little bit of the article here. It says Dwayne Smith recorded a team high 7 points. Big game out of Dwayne. We needed that. So, including the game-winning shorthanded with 2:24 left in the fourth quarter. And the Buffalo Bandits beat the Halifax Thunderbirds 11-10. What this means, the trade deadline's coming up. The Bandits can now be buyers instead of sellers, I believe. And Halifax is going to become the sellers because they dropped a little bit down too far. I don't think they can get out of it. So, yeah, Halifax did erase that 7-2 lead, though, and they come all the way back. It's just the Bandits had 9 different goal scorers, including Ian McKay, who had 6 points. Ian McKay, big game for Ian McKay. But he's always there. Josh Byrne had 2 goals. So that was big for Josh. Come off. I think he's playing injured. Josh Byrne. I'm sure we'll find out, just like every time we always do at the end of the season. Yeah, it's playing with this, it's playing with that, playing with that. This guy, he's still a warrior out there, man. Between them two, Josh and Dwayne Smith. I mean, they've been carrying this team for the last 5 years or whatnot. And we can't forget Matt Vince, 41 saves. Matt Vince, 41 saves for Matt Vince. Been taking a lot of criticism. People say he's done, he's old. Maybe, but I still think he can win you games. He actually won him this game down the stretch. Okay? Let's not get that wrong. He did. He made some key saves down the stretch to keep that a 1-goal game to bring us home to win. If not, we're sitting here talking three positions out of last place, talking about selling half the team in the trade deadline. Now we're talking about maybe making the playoffs again as we jump from 11th to tied for 9th. Okay? You can actually say tied for 8th. 3 teams, so I say 9th. If there's 2 teams, it'd be, you'd say tied for 8th. When there's 3, I say you're tied for 9th. With that said, I want to go over the standings real quick. Got that all loaded up here. Yes, I'm on time with this one. I was on time with the other one too, but I hit the wrong button. The Saskatchewan and Rush are in first place right now with a 9-1 record. They're untouchable. And the bad thing about that is we do have them coming up. We do have to play them. Colorado Mammoth beat us 20-9. They're 8-2. They're second. Ottawa Black Bears 6-5 is third. Las Vegas Desert Dogs 4-5 is fourth. The top 8 teams make the playoffs. The Bandits are the same record, 4-5. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 teams. So they're actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they're tied for 8th. But I say 9th because there's 3 teams. I was right. As the Bandits come in at 4-5, they're also behind the Rochester Nighthawks because the Nighthawks beat us. The Nighthawks beat us, so they own the tiebreaker. So we got to jump 2 teams. That's why I say we're tied for 9th. We're not out of the playoff. Right now, if it was the end of the day, we'd be out. But there's a lot of season left. A lot of season. We just got to play good down the stretch here, right? Behind us is the Halifax Thunderbirds, who we just beat. They're 3-6. Followed by the Wings, 2-7. That's the big one. If we were to beat Philadelphia next week, we'd be sitting pretty right now. We'd be up in 5th place and loving life. But instead, we're down 9th place and struggling to make the playoffs. Not struggling yet. We can make them. We got the team to do it. We got the goalie. We got the stars. So I believe 4-Pete is still alive. 4-Pete is still alive for the Buffalo what? Bandits! Yeah, it's just me yelling. I'm in the house alone. I'm a little weird. So, yeah. And then with that said, I want to look at the schedule. I go over the schedule with you for the Bandits. And it's not. It's tough, man. It's tough. It's going to be tough. So, our next game is against the Vancouver Warriors, who they're 6-3. They're 4th place. 3rd place.
It's a tough game, right? But that's the game you got to win. I'm going to tell you why. We go into Vancouver. We're on the road. Why do we got to win that game? Because the following game is at home. We're going to have the support of the hometown crowd, but it's against the Saskatchewan Storm, or the Saskatchewan Rush Storm. I'm thinking Rough Riders from the CFL. But the Saskatchewan Rush are coming to Buffalo, and if we lose to Vancouver, we're probably going to lose 2 in a row, because it's going to be tough to beat Saskatchewan. If we lose 2 in a row, I think we're done. I think a lot of people here will agree with me. I think we really got to win this Vancouver game. Maybe the importantest game of the season coming up. And with that said, man, that's the end of the Bandits segment here. I'm going to end it there, and then I got one more segment coming up, and we'll see you then. We're going to talk some Bills stuff, some Olympic stuff, and good announcement from the family. Some good news, finally. 2026 is looking bright. So we'll talk about that at the end of the show. And that's it for now. So it's time to get gritty glasses on. We are the Bandits. What's he got? Nothing. That's from the Niagara Grit. I'm your host, Rob Arlo, and we'll be back in a bit. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. Spell that song. Sports Center. Welcome back to the Niagara Grit podcast here for this third and final segment. Sponsored from, you guessed it, Total Fence. Call Total Fence for all your fencing needs and vinyl. They got chain link. They got wood. They do a great job. Give them a call. Appreciate them for sponsoring us. And we're going to get in this final segment here. It's not going to be a real long segment. A couple things I'm going to go over. A surprise in the end. And we're going to go over all that stuff. Right now, we're talking a little bit of Bills football, and the coaching list is complete. Okay? Joe Brady's got all his hirees in there. He's ready to go. They're working now strong. See what they can do with this roster. I'm going to name all the coaches to you in a second here. We're also going to talk a little bit about a little trade rumor going around. And Deion Dawkins is a hot commodity right now. And if he goes, I don't know. I mean, they're talking about if they're going to go trade route for a big receiver, it's got to be Deion Dawkins in a package deal with Keon Coleman, probably. And then probably a second, third round pick or something like that. I'm going to get up a first round pick. But to get a good wide receiver in here, I think that's what's going to have to be done. And I want to make sure the mic was on, because last time we didn't have sound. But yeah, that's what will have to be done there. I'd hate to see Deion go, though. He's kind of heart and soul of that line. And it's tough, man. It's tough. We don't know what we're walking into next year. We're going to find out. We'll find out real quick. We'll get real gritty with it. The Grit will be right there to report everything. We are season ticket holders, so we'll be there every game, every preseason game, right down the stretch. We don't go to training camp no more. It's too much of a drive for me to go all the way to Rochester. I drive all the time. I drive 200 miles a day sometimes. I don't want to keep driving all that far. No, I'm not ready for that. So let's go over the coaches that we have hired on the Buffalo Bills. Excuse me if I get some names wrong. Everybody knows I can't pronounce names worth shit. That's just horrible. That's who he is. Ask anybody. Dan Stennis used to coach with them. Used to get mad at me when I call the lines out. And I'd be like, I don't know. They understand. But yeah, that's who I coached with, Dan Stennis. One of my hockey coaches. We had a good time going up. I was a better coach, though. Just ask him. He'll tell you. Everything he learned was from me. It was from Arbo. That's for sure. Ain't no doubt about that. But anyways, so you got, obviously, Joe Brady. He's the head guy here. Okay? After him is going to be our offensive coordinator, Pete Carmichael. Is it Carmichael? Correct me if I'm wrong. Well, you guys can't speak it anyway, so, I mean, you can write it in there, but it's going to say it looks like Carmichael, but he's the offensive coordinator. And then we also know the defensive coordinator coming over from Denver, Jimmy Leonard, former Buffalo Bill. I do like that. 3-4 is going to be a little, that's what they're saying. So here's another thing I think about that, okay? The defense could be a problem next year, right? Could be a real problem. We're going into something new. All these years under McDermott, the defense was our strong point. Even though we had a really strong offense, defense is supposed to be our strong point. Now we're going into them saying the offense is going to be definitely be our strong point if we get a receiver in here. But that's what they're gonna go for is a strong offense, and they're probably gonna stretch the field a little more. But man, I'm scared. Defense wins championships. You've seen it in this last Super Bowl, right? Seattle Seahawks, they don't win the Super Bowl without a defense like that. I mean, New England's not that good, right? Chris Gardner, New England sucks, but they still shut them down. A National Football League team with 12, 13 wins shut them down like nothing. I mean, 12, 13 wins came against bottom feeders, but we get it. Bottom feeders and backup quarterbacks. We get it here above Niagara Grit. We know. Bill's Mafia knows, but it is what it is. Next year's another year. So, yeah, that's Jim Leonard. So that's why I think about the defense. And then Jeff Rogers, the special team coordinator, he's new coming in. A lot of new guys. They did keep a couple. I forget which name they said. I heard on the radio. They kept a couple. I think this is Bobby April. I think he's one of the ones coming back. Rob Boris is going to be a run game coordinator, tight ends. Secondary coach is going to be Joe Dana. Your inside linebackers coach is going to be John Igoroglu. I know I said that fucking wrong. Sorry, Sabrina. Said the F word again. Didn't mean it. Here's a big one. All right? This guy just got hired yesterday. First I heard of it anyways. John Fox. The only coaching member on the staff who has head coaching experience, from what I heard here. I think that's why they brought him in. He's listed as a senior assistant head coach. So when I listen to WGR talk about it, you know, the great Sal and Jeremy and all them guys. And now, yeah, Brad Ryder. He's going to be on there too. I can't wait. Monday afternoon, 1 to 3, watch Brad Ryder. Listen to Brad Ryder. We're on WGR 550. But anyways, yeah, John Fox. You remember him most probably, I think, from the Carolina Panthers. So there's a Carolina connection there with Jim Bean, or James Bean. What? Bean. Just say Bean. Can't remember names. I swear. Dementia runs in my family. I think I got it at an early age. I hope not. God, I just started a podcast. If I get it now, that's my luck, though. That is my luck. That'd be my luck. Arbo's luck. Austin Gunn, assistant offensive line coach. Your new, that's a new quarterback coach, I believe. Bo Hardigree. I think he's coming from Denver, too. Not sure. Defensive line, Terrence Jamison. Your pass game specialist, game management, Mark Lubrick. Your assistant wide receivers, he's got a hell of a job to do. The wide receiver coaches are in trouble. They better get somebody in here, is all I'm saying. With the group they had, you guys might have Brandon Cooks come back. We're going to get that next talk. We're talking about free agents next. DJ Mangus, yeah, your assistant wide receivers coach. Your offensive line coach, Pat Meyer. If they get rid of Deion Dawkins, he's going to have some work to do. Senior defense, where the hell? I hit the goddamn wrong button. Now I got to let it load up again. Unbelievable. That's right there. We're doing so good. And then the stupid computer went out on me. Buffalo Bills. Go. That's how I found it last time. That's why I got to get that. I got our great sponsor, Total Fence, gave us money for this new desktop. I just got to go get it. I got to know what I'm buying. So any advice out there, you guys say in the comments what I should get. I know I don't need an expensive one. So we're going to go get something. But yeah, now I get rid of this. You should see this laptop. It's got broken screen. It's horrible. It's really bad. But anyways, back to the Bills coaches. As we load them up. Go Bills. Freaking Arbo. All the time. We're doing great. And it takes so long to load on this old-ass laptop. Maybe I should slow it down and then I wouldn't pass everything, right? I don't really care about the Bills' Valentines. Like, the Bills put pictures of their Valentines. Come on, guys. Nobody's paying attention to that, right? Okay, I gotta go out. Here it comes. Joe Brady. Well, it was here. Oh, wow. Maybe I should put my glasses on. I gotta keep talking. Keep talking, Arbo. Keep talking. We're looking for the Bills here. Bills coaches. We're coaching updates. Bills announced 2026 staff. There it is. Found it. All right. Now that I got it back up and running, and I better not hit the wrong button again, or I lose the whole damn thing again. You guys are probably laughing your ass off at me right now. And I got Mark Lubrecht. That's where we left off at. He's the pass game specialist management. See, I almost lost it again. Our running backs coach is going to be Kelly Skipper. Skippadoo. Kelly Skipper. He joined the staff in 2017. So he's a returner, right? Yeah, he entered his 10th season with the Bills, they say. That's impressive. Your assistant special teams coach, Turner West, joined the Bills in 2025. He's a returner. And then last but least, your offensive assistant fellowship coach, Mill Wilson. He joined the staff in 2024. I already said John Fox. John Fox, to me, is the biggest one. So, I mean, there's your coaches for this year coming up. Correct me if I missed any. I lost the freaking website there for a second. And now, we're going to get a little bit more grittier. And we're going to go over this real quickly. The free agent list of the Buffalo Bills, the ones I would like to keep. There's a lot of them. There's 21. We have a chance to lose 21 players from last year's team. So I'm going to go with the list. I'm going to go down you, keep them or get rid of them. So the first one is Joey Bosa. I say nay, unless you get him really, really cheap, league minimum. If he wants big money, let him go. Get something better in the draft. I just think he's old. I think he can help the team, like on third down and whatnot. As an almost everyday lineman, I don't like it no more. I think he's too old. Darius Slay, obviously, we know where he's going. He's done. So that's number 2. Dequan Jones, nope. See ya. You know, he put that thing on Twitter out there, bashing Bills Mafia. That's your way to get out the door pretty quickly. You're in Western New York. Just bashing Bills Mafia, you're gone. Connor McGovern, he's the center. I would like to keep him. It's tough to replace the center, right? Especially with Josh, it's your guy for the last few years. So let's try it. That's number 1. Maybe I'll go 5 because I think I got 4 in mind besides him. Missed him on my list. So that's one that I would like to keep. Connor McGovern as the center. Next is Larry Jababi, whatever the hell you guys want to call him, out the door. He didn't do shit. Wasn't a good player in my eyes or anybody else's eyes. He didn't have the grit. He didn't wear them gritty glasses at all for this team. So get rid of him. Matt Milano is number 2 on my list. Love the guy. Love the family. Love the power that guy brings. The grittiness. Plays injured. It's a guy you want on your team. So that's my number 2 player I want back for the Buffalo Bills next season, Matt Milano. AJ Epinesa, I like him. I think he's going to want too much money to keep him. So I say you let him walk out the door. Number 3, on my list, Trey Day. I think you keep him around because I think he's good. Give that rookie another year to learn behind him. He's going to sign cheap. He wants to stay here. Sign Trey Day. So that's 3. Oh, man, and we're not even halfway down the list yet. So this gets me a little scared because I don't want to miss anyone. Oh yeah, there's number 4. David Edwards, I'm not going to keep. Number 4, Mitch Trubisky. I think you got to bring him back. Great backup quarterback. If he wants to come back, you sign him. All right. You pray Josh don't get hurt, but if he does, you've seen that one game. I think it was a couple weeks before the end of the season. Josh went out for a couple plays when he broke his foot. Eventually, we heard he broke his foot in the offseason. We heard that, he broke his foot that game. Matt came in through a 30-yard pass right off the bat, right down the field. So yeah, I would keep Matt just to keep the quarterback family close. So that's number 4. So there's a lot more players to go down here. The only two other ones I would keep, I'd go 6. Cam Lewis and Shaq Thompson. Shaq Thomas. Shaq Thomas was big down the stretch for us. I think you got to re-sign him. Cam Lewis is coming around. I liked him this year. Thought he had a good year. So, yeah, I mean, you let the 2 linemen, Anderson, Van Denmark, go. Brandon Cooks. Actually, you can keep those 2 linemen because they're restricted. Brandon Cooks. It depends. So you might keep 7 out of the 21. But I'll give you my top 7. Okay, I'll go Brandon Cooks as number top 7. He's the last guy I would keep on the team, though. And that's just because I thought him and Josh started to get a little bit of chemistry in the end, right? I mean, he dropped. The problem with Brandon Cooks, Butterfingers, man. But he gets open. He gets open. There's no doubt about that. He gets open. He's got to work on them Butterfingers. I mean, maybe he's got frostbite on him sometime in his lifetime or something. I don't know, but it's still a catch. We know it was a catch. He knows it was a catch. That was a catch. They didn't call Butterfingers. That was a catch. Sorry, NFL. Sorry, Denver Broncos. That was a catch. So, yeah, that is it for the segment of the Bills. We'll do a little bit of Olympics here real quick. USA Women's kicking some ass, right? They're just dominating. They're destined for gold. Destined for gold. No doubt. They beat Canada 5-0. I believe they're going to wipe Canada out again. Nobody's touching the women's gold medal team unless there's an injury or something to the gold. I mean, they're just, you can't touch them. They're out shooting teams. It's not even fair. It's almost like when the dream team come in for basketball. Remember, they beat teams by like 50 points. It's almost the same thing, but in hockey. So, yeah, they're destined for gold. The men's, I didn't like the game yesterday. Now we gave a little bit too many goals up to Denmark. We got a goal from center ice. Man, U.S. has no goaltending. That's the only thing that scares me about them. I think USA will get silver. I think they will get silver. I think they'll lose against Canada. I think Canada's destined for gold. We could upset them. There's no doubt about that. We got a lot of talent on that team. You got Jack Eichel, the Chuck brothers. Yeah. And let's not mention Tage Thompson. Speaking of Tage Thompson, didn't have a great game yesterday. I thought he made a couple bad plays there in the second. Didn't play him a lot in the third. Looked like he got benched. There's no rumor on that. But see, he did a lot of stuff like he does in Buffalo, right? But he's not a player in Buffalo. When you're on a team of all-stars, and you make a couple mistakes, you're gonna sit down for a while. That's just common sense. So I wouldn't take nothing into that. Wouldn't look nothing into that. You're still on the power play. It's just, you got to sit them down. You got to play the better players. Simple as that. And yeah, we heard Jack Eichel. Wish he was still a Sabre. But he's the best player out there right now in the U.S. Is he not the best player in the United States of America? Yeah, he is. Jack Eichel is. Without a doubt. So, yeah, and that's your Olympic update. Wasn't too much there. Now, we got a little extra thing here that I wanted to go over. I got written down here. A little segment. Are you soft or are you gritty? You bring the grit or are you soft? Still thing I pulled up. Something fun here. So, number 1. It has to do with winter. We had such a cold winter. I wanted to give it a winter topic. So, are you soft in the winter or gritty in the winter? All right? So, your number 1, calling off work for 4 inches of snow. People do it. Sorry, Josh. I only did it once and I had a headache, okay? Josh Miracle. He's one of my co-workers. Yeah, he has his podcast. We had it on here, That Miracle Podcast. I'll throw that thing up in case you want to go check them out. But yeah, I was soft there, but you guys got to understand, I'm not driving 30 miles, 10 miles to work. I'm driving 200 miles a day. But that's not why I called in. Trust me. I love my truck in the snow. I got this little tiny garbage truck going through the snow like a champ. All right? I'm a good driver in the snow, too. So it's got to be snow covered. A little better driver in the snow than dry roads sometimes. But yeah, so I was a little soft there. If you do call in sick, you're also going to be considered soft if you're calling in sick because there's 4 inches of snow on the ground. Minus 20 degrees is a little different story. But we didn't post that. We just did 4 inches. If you call in sick with 4 inches of snow, because it snowed 4 inches overnight, you didn't feel like getting the snow off your car and shoveling a little bit, you're soft. All right? So we're going to number 2 on that list is tailgating and negative 30-degree wind chills. We had some 30-degree wind chills this year, not during the Bills game, but in the past we did. A couple years ago we did. We tailgated out there. That's grit, baby. Tell me that is grit. So if you're going to tailgate in minus 20-degree temperatures, still cook hamburgers, hot dogs, can't even put the tent up because it's blowing away, gotta have huddle around a fire so don't go out, so you can cook them hot dogs. Yeah, we like hot dogs here at the Niagara Grit. What do you want me to tell you? We like ketchup on our hot dogs, relish. That Chris guy, the Bulldog, Chris, Crazy Chris. I'll put his picture up here again. You'll see him. He likes hot dogs. He has them for dinner every night. Tells us in chat. Just ask Ryder. The guy, he asked me what I want for dinner. Now I sound like Ryder. I miss it. By the way, there is no Ryder show this week, just so you know. I already said it. But you can catch him on WGR from 1 to 3. Number 3. This is very gritty. All right? Tell me this ain't grit. I got to put the grit glasses on for this. This is the way Gary Rogers likes to look at me. Another coworker. He says, I look a little weird without the grit glasses on. I am weird. Everybody knows I'm weird. I'm weird. I do a podcast and talk to a camera to nobody in an empty house. That's weird. Especially when Pucker's away roughing somewhere. But anyways, using a push shovel instead of a snowblower. That's how we do it at the Niagara Grit. We use a push shovel instead of a snowblower. Yes, that green light's on. I was checking the mic because that was flashing earlier. It just wasn't pushed in more enough. Don't want to lose my sound. So yeah, that's gritty, right? Use a push shovel or a snowblower, no matter how much snow we get, I still use that push shovel. Screw that snowblower. Too much goddamn money, oil, gas, you gotta maintenance it. Push shovel and go and buy a new one, throw some salt down, done. Stop being lazy, people. We live in Buffalo, Western New York, for Christ's sake. Shovel the goddamn snow. You don't need a snowblower. You always got that guy going down the whole street, snowblowing everybody's sidewalks like he's some hero. Yeah, he'd be a hero. I wish that guy was on my street, though. He ain't on my street, unfortunately. But anyways, the number 4, very, very soft in the winter. I got to take the grit glasses off for this. If you own a 4-wheel drive truck, do not drive on 20 miles under the speed limit in the snow. You don't need to. It's not ice, it's snow. Why'd you buy a 4-wheel drive truck if you're going to drive 20 miles per hour in the snow? That's just, to me, that's just stupid, right? Just dumb. And that's it for that segment. I liked it. Tell me what you guys thought about it in chat. Comment. Please comment. Please like and subscribe. I need that. Because the comments are big too. I love seeing comments. Chris is always commenting. Telling me great job, great show. So is Brian Leanhouse. There's a couple of you out there. I had a few. Trying to make sure I did not miss anything that I wanted to talk about. Oh, how dare I? I just got to put the grit glasses on for this one. So, I would like to congratulate. We had a new family member to the family this week on the Weber side, which is my mom's side. I'm so happy for. I gotta take the glasses off because I can't read it. I write everything down. Corey and her husband Amir, Corey Weber, was her maiden name. Now she is it Ramulik? Do I say it right? Let me know, Corey, if I say it right. Put it in the comments. Ramulik. Corey and Amir Ramulik had a baby boy on February 7th, 2026. So happy for them. They deserve it. They're going to be great parents. Kid's going to be playing basketball. I can tell you that. They both play basketball. They're both great basketball players. This kid's probably going to go D1. I already see it. It's going D1. He's going to play for Ohio State. I'm telling you right now. You heard it first on Niagara Grit. Amir Saba. I think I said it right. If I said it wrong, let me know, Amir. I'll know. Amarai. Is it Amarai? Amarai. Saba Ramulik. Amarai Saba Ramulik. Born on February 7th, 2026 at 3:35 p.m. You shouldn't have to get up in the middle of the night, Corey. And weighed in at 7 pounds, 3 ounces. Congratulate you, Corey. And Amir, happy for you. Congratulations to the grandparents, Bob and Tricia Weber. And they also had another one 6 months ago. We can't forget about Corey, Kaylee, and Nick down there in South Carolina, North Carolina, wherever the hell it is. Come back home. For God's sake, come back home. Miss you guys. But could you imagine if they do come back home 16 years from now? 2 Weber boys, 6 months apart? That's trouble. Maybe you should stay there for just a little bit. Because them boys, I'll tell you right now, those 2 boys, 6 months apart, the Weber boys, they will get gritty. Thanks for listening, everybody. This is the Niagara Grit Podcast. I'm your host, Rob Arbo. We'll see you next time. I hope you like the show. Keep listening. Amen. Love you. Happy Valentine's Day to all ladies. We're out. See you next week.